Hello, everybody. Welcome to COM 1150. Uh, my name is Nick MacArthur. You can feel free to call me Nick. So today, this is our very first video, our very first introduction. I want to say hi to everybody. This is going to be a short video, but all I really want to do is I want to give us a little overview of the class, point you guys towards some documents you may want to look at, uh, and also direct you to our first full lesson, which we are starting this week. So I'd like to say I hope all of you guys are well. I hope you guys are feeling safe. I hope you're feeling healthy. Uh, these are very, very strange times. Nobody entirely knows what's going on or where things are going. So, if you guys ever need anything from me, uh, if you feel squeezed, if you feel like you're not going to be able to get an assignment done, if you feel like you're falling behind or you just have all kinds of stresses in your life right now, I'm here to help you guys. I really want to be able to help you succeed in the class. So please don't ever hesitate to contact me. Best way to get a hold of me is by email. I posted my email address on Blackboard, and it's also on the CSI document. So, that brings us to what are we doing here? What is this class? So the class is called College English, and that's a pretty good description for what it is. This is an English class, a reading and especially a writing class, that's really designed to help you develop the skills that are going to allow you to succeed in college. So we are going to be focused quite a bit on writing. We're going to be developing your writing skills in large ways. So we'll be looking at strategies to make our writing more persuasive. We'll be looking at more advanced kinds of structures, organizational strategies, so that okay, what are my options if I'm putting an essay together? How can I make this as fluid, as clear as possible? But we're also going to be developing your writing in small, particular ways too. So we'll be working a little bit on things like concise writing, a little bit on grammar, on little strategies that are going to help us write better. But that's just one part of the class. We're also going to be developing your research skills. So a big part of this class is going to be uh, research. It's going to be learning to distinguish between really effective, reliable sources versus ineffective, unreliable sources. We're going to talk about how to use resources like the library database. Um, and, sorry, one second. Here is, I want to introduce you guys. Lupa. This is my dog. You can see her there. There she is. Lupa. So this is going to be our assistant professor, let's say. I'll call her Professor Lupa, because she's got a PhD in architecture. No, just kidding. It's a bad joke. Uh, so, sorry about that. Got too excited. Yeah, so we're going to be developing research skills, and again, that's something that's we have an opportunity now to focus on, to develop, to give you guys some practical skills that are going to help you research, put together research plans, execute that research. So actually go out, find the sources, and then incorporate those into a research project. So these are things that are hopefully going to help you quite a bit when it comes to your other classes. Anytime you have to write a research assignment, anytime you have to do research for an independent project, you'll have some strategies in place for that. Another really important part of the class, this is the last one I'll mention for now, is reading, but a more advanced kind of reading. I know that you guys are great readers. You wouldn't be in college if you weren't. But what we're hoping to develop is strategies where we can read a little bit more analytically, so that instead of just reading for the content, the message that the writer is trying to say, we're doing that, but we're also thinking about how the writer is writing that message, why the writer is writing that message. We can analyze it and we can maybe think about the things that the writer is not directly revealing to us, but that we can figure out about the writer, about the message. So we'll be able to read a little bit more deeply. So that's the basic introduction. I'm not going to do a really big exercise or lesson to introduce the class because I really just want us to get going and jump into week one. So one thing I do want to do is I want us to take a look at the two documents that I posted under course introduction. And I want to tell you a little bit about what they are and what's on there. The first one, and the really long one, is the course outline. Now that is a standardized document. So that's something that is created not by me, but by your department and even more so the English department, the communications department. So it's a helpful resource to let you know what the expectations are, to let you know what you can expect from me, and it has some important contacts and names on there in terms of who you should contact in the English department if you need to change your schedule, if you need to make an adjustment, if you feel that at some point you decide you want to drop the class, or if you want to get an incomplete, or if there's anything like that, you'll be able to find the contacts that you need on that document. It also goes through some of the general George Brown policies around things like plagiarism, late submissions. So it's worth taking a look at, but we're not going to do all of that together now. What I do really want us to take a look at is the second document, and that's called a CSI, which stands for Course Supplemental Information. And that document, it's only 3 pages long, but that's the one that I've made up specifically for you guys. And so it's a little bit more concrete and detailed, and it talks about things like what are the assignments that we're going to be doing, what are the due dates, and when are we going to be covering all the different lessons. So that's a really important one. That is posted right on the front page of Blackboard under course information. So what I would like you to do, if you don't already have that open, I want you to pause this video, bring that up so that you can have an eyeball on that as you're listening to me. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'll see you guys back here in 2 minutes.